stopped up there in the, on top because one started coming through and I went, brakes on. He come up here just a grinning. He thought it was so funny because I was stopping up there. They just fit through sideways. I mean, they may have clearance up here, but they just fit sideways. This right here is a World Karting Association track. Go-kart. 9 to 16-year-old children going 50 to 60 miles an hour, about 5 to 6 inches off the ground. All of the grassy area is camping in here during the race. It is $500 to camp in here, plus they have to purchase their race ticket, and they, you can see they don't have no potties out here. I mean, it is primitive camping. We do provide 1,900 porta-johns for all of the primitive camping. Behind this fence is the only camping in the infield that has water, electric, and sewer. That first site over there is Darryl Waltrip's site. I don't know if that's his camper. I know that that's his site, what he always uses. There's only 12 sites in here. Mr. Penske's is on the right when you go through that fence. That is the old tunnel right in front of us. Those of you that are in the back, look out your right side when I turn the wheel to the left. That's the old tunnel. Now you can see why they wouldn't fit through there. This is the infield care center, the infield hospital, whatever you want to call it. There's a helicopter pad on the grass in front of it. There are 9 different specialty doctors here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 2 days prior to a race until 2 days after a race. This used to be the ARCA garage, and then it became the truck garage, and when they're not here, it's our garage. Up here we have 2 Legend cars. The one is red, white, and green. That's what the Legend cars normally look like without the lights up on top. That's the pace car. The other one is our mascot Legend car. He has a big lug nut for a head, so he can't have one that has a top on it. He has to have a convertible. All of you noticed those red, white, and blue, and yellow seats, right? You can see where the new ones started. They're a little bit more yellow towards the bottom. He put those seats in initially right down around the start-finish line, which is right straight down from the PRN. But then he decided he was going to build on that because it looks like there's people in the stands when you're going 150 miles an hour. When they shoot commercials, it looks like the stands are full. We've made 3 movies here, Days of Thunder, Stroke Race, and Harder Talladega Nights. The premiere for the movie Cars was shown here at the track before anybody else got to see it. The glassed-in sections that are up there on the top, those are suites. There's suites on the front stretch as well as suites on the back stretch. This is the Sprint Cup garage. The first bay is for pre-race inspection. Number 1 bay is going to be for last year's past champion, Jimmy Johnson. Number 2 would be your current point leader. Number 3 will be second in points. 4 will be third in points. All the way around the garage. 5 points. There's 3 differences between a Nationwide garage and the Sprint Cup garage. If you take a look, you have a silver door here. The Nationwide garage has a red door in the middle. The glass doors on the other side, because everybody see the glass doors? Nationwide has glass on both sides. This one has the 2 different style garages. I don't know why they just did it that way. I'd have told them they had to match them if they asked, but they didn't. The third difference is that the Sprint Cup garage has 50 bays and the Nationwide garage only has 48. That's the Nationwide garage over there. There is some race cars in there right now that are the driving experience. Some of them are sprint cars, Indy cars. At the end of both garages, there is another tech entrance for the post-race inspection, because the top 5 finishers have to be re-inspected to make sure they didn't fine-tune something to the point where now they're cheating. To your left over there, right now you can see it, Goodyear Tire Garage. Goodyear brings in 16 tires for each of the 43 cars in each of the 4 events in May. They will stick them all in that little itty-bitty garage. And the teams will come in and they'll mark them left, right, front, back, Danica Patrick, left, right, front, back, Kevin Harvick, left, right, front, back, Jeff Gordon, whoever. Those tires cost between $300 and $350 per tire. Building that we're coming up to on the right hand side. It says restrooms and media. Well, the front of it says Time Warner Cable. This building is where they're going to go to draw the numbers so they know where their starting position is for qualifying. If qualifying gets rained out, then they start the race 5 points. That's how they started. Before every race, they're still, regardless whether they qualified or they got rained out, they're still going to have a driver's meeting. That's where they're going to have their driver's meeting. They go over some very important things. Pit road speed would be the top of my list. If there's some bumping and banging going on between 2 people, they're going to remind them that they're going to be watching them. And these are the things that they're going to do, whether it be fines, whether it be stop-and-go penalties, whatever they're going to be. But that's how they do this. That is Winter Circle that we just went by. We will come back and get out at Winter Circle. This right here is called Pit Row. This is where your crew chief is, your tire changer. Everybody's going to be right here next to that wall. Next to this black fence over here is where the media people are going to be. On the other side of that wall is where the race car is. Hopefully, purring like a kid.
Get it on the track to make 2 laps.
This is pit road. We're going down pit road backwards. The lighting system that you see is called the Musco lighting system. It's $1.5 million back in 1992 it cost. There are 1,200 lights that go around this speedway. And you see, I don't know if you can see it or not, there's a quarter-mile track that goes right up here. This is the lower end of the quarter-mile and goes right up there and comes out on the front stretch. This is where your legend cars, bandoleros, and school buses will race on Tuesday nights during June, July, and August. So there's the start-finish line and the flag stand. This is what a soft wall looks like. You see the styrofoam in between? The track itself is 1.5 miles. The straightaway is between 5 and 8 degree banking. In the corners, it's 24 degree banking. That's one of the steel gates right there. You can't do this at Talladega or at Daytona. You would roll over. That's what goes up must come down. Self-cleaning track. In between the yellow and the white line is called the apron of the track. The drivers actually have to go down on the apron back here on the back side of the track in order to get slowed down enough to enter pit road. Pit road speed here at this track is only 45 miles an hour. Daytona's is 55. New Hampshire's is only 35. That yellow line right there where the Sunoco sign is, that's the start of pit road. I was still going 75 miles an hour. know what it is. I guess when they get up to those really big speeds that they just have to... When I first started driving here, they told me, Cindy, you have to let